Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and it's time to do some more makeup stuff. I feel like my Monday videos are turning into like a makeup Monday because like every Monday I'm like putting out a new makeup video. So today's video is one that I've been talking about for a while, and I wanted to do a review on the beauty blender or makeup sponge from the Dollar Tree. Like I said, this one is from the Dollar Tree, so it's only $1, and I compared it against my other beauty blender from a different company. I don't remember what it's called, I'm sorry, but I use it all the time. You guys see me use it all the time. So, oh, sorry. My rings got all messed up. But yeah, this is going to be a review on the Dollar Tree makeup sponge. Should you buy it? Should you avoid it? Let's find out. So before we get started with everything, I just wanted to do a little bit of a comparison between my normal beauty blender, which I don't even remember what the brand is on this one, to be honest. It's the guy I got from Sam's Club, but he's really soft. He does a fabulous, fabulous job. So I just want to compare him, who I use on a regular basis, to the one from the Dollar Tree, which this one from the Dollar Tree is supposed to be like a mini beauty blender, but I noticed when I picked this guy up, they're actually pretty similar in size. This one's still a little bit smaller, but I think that has more to do with just the shape of this one, because as you can tell, he has like a smaller part down here, bigger part up here. The other one I had, the blue one, that Banjo chewed up, was like all of this, like shaped like this, just like the whole thing. So it would be considerably smaller. They are both currently dry and dirty, I know, sorry, but like I said, I use this one on a regular basis, and then this one here I used one time for a Dollar Tree makeup challenge. So they're both kind of, they're both kind of dirty. But I just wanted to do a little comparison on how they feel when they're wet. So, or when they're dry. So being dry, they both kind of feel the same, except for this one feels a lot softer and this one feels more porous. Like I'm rubbing my fingers across here, and this feels more like a type of foam of sorts, like almost like a sponge, kind of, just like more porous, more rough, whereas this guy feels a lot softer and more smooth. The other thing, excuse me, the other thing worth noting is this guy is much more squishy. He's more flexible, more bendy. You can see how quickly I can just pump him up and down, whereas this guy's more firm, so it takes more to push him down and squish him. Which, when I was applying, when I was doing the Dollar Tree like this one's more of a workout. When I was applying my makeup on the Dollar Tree challenge, I didn't care for him, but I don't think I used him wet. I didn't have a primer. I didn't like the foundation I was using him with. And he was just, he's so hard to work with, because this one will push in with your skin and is very gentle, whereas this one takes a lot to push in. So if you want to push in to get like the same kind of like, it kind of hurts a little bit, and it's more rough. It feels like it's more scraping your face, whereas this one's more soft and you can like rub it everywhere and kind of enjoy it. This one kind of feels like it's scraping. So I'm going to go wet both of these, and then we'll get started. So I got them both wet. This one right here, as you can tell, has like really gotten bigger. He always really expands when he's wet, whereas that could be a dirty joke. We'll just leave it at that. Whereas this guy, he might be a little bit bigger, but he doesn't really look like he's done that much. To be honest, he kind of feels the same. Granted, and it could just be because there's only one coat of foundation on him or whatever, all of the product that was on him washed right off. Just with my fingers, like no soap or anything. I was just getting him wet and going like this to like help squeeze him out and stuff. And like all of the makeup came off. Whereas this guy, you can tell there's still makeup on him and in him. My thoughts to that are that this guy is considerably more absorbent and this guy isn't. So that means that he's got a lot of makeup absorbed in him, whereas this just had the makeup sitting on top, because I really don't think this really absorbs any of the product. So, and then you can tell he's still hard to squish. Still feels like it pulls the skin, whereas that just kind of like blends more easily. You can even see that on my eye. Look at that. Same amount of pressure, and it's like pulling. So you can kind of tell right there that it's a bit harder. So I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer and my primer, and then we'll get going on seeing how all this stuff works. Okay, time for some foundation. I'm going to be using my CoverGirl True Blend foundation in, I don't think this is the number 13. I think this is like the number 11 or 12. I had the number 13 for summer because it's a little bit darker, but I've used him all up. So, we've got this guy for winter. And we're just going to take a couple pumps on the back of the hand. I'm going to go ahead and do the, sorry, I'm looking for my nose ring. I don't want to lose him. I'm going to go ahead and use my regular Beauty Blender first, all over half of my face. And then we'll do the Dollar Tree one. So as you can see, this guy just really pushes it into my face very nicely and very gently. No pulling. I can easily bounce it on my skin to help push the product around. And I obviously took off way, well no, because I'm going to be using the same foundation on the other side, so no worries. I was about to be like, I took off way too much. But anyways, so there's half my face. This half's done with the regular Beauty Blender. We'll go ahead and go in with the Dollar Tree Beauty Blender and see how he does. So right off the bat, I already feel like he's not applying the product very well. There's a lot of pushing involved. I can't really bounce it very well. We'll try just rubbing it on. A little bit more. So definitely not very good for the bouncing method, because look at that. It just kind of like stays in one spot. It doesn't really move it when you bounce it. So okay, let's have a look and see how well he blended. So here's obviously the side that I did the Beauty Blender with. I can already kind of notice a streak down my nose. That could be an error on my part for not getting enough product on my nose. This really isn't the best foundation, but it's the best that I have. So, I don't know. I hate to say it. Maybe I shouldn't say that I hate to say it, but I think he did a fairly good job. Because I think that between the two sides of my face, they both look evenly blended. There's no like major streak marks, nothing crazy going on. Everything is like blending seamlessly between the two. So I'm rather impressed, giving this guy a fair shot. He did a fairly good job as far as blending everything out. That being said, I'm still not a huge fan of him just because I feel like he does pull the skin, and he obviously doesn't do very well at like the blotting method, like just blotting it on your face. He doesn't do super good at that, but as you see when I was just rubbing it on, he did fairly well. I feel like they look about the same coverage wise. So far, so good. We'll go ahead and do the age rewind. And I do want to note that when I was talking about how he pulls the skin, I know this is a very popular product and a lot of people have it. So to compare the two, he pulls the skin about as much as he does, which personally I feel like he pulls more than I'd like him to. But they're like on the same level of pullage. So if he doesn't bother you any, this probably won't bother you any either. Yeah, whatever. So still not very good at being able to blot things in. I feel like all this right here isn't getting covered very well because it can't blot very well. Whereas this guy, I can very easily and gently just push him all over the skin. But in comparison, again, I don't really see that big of a difference. So I guess it might be a little streaky right here. Not as well blended into the cheeks possibly, because I'm just seeing like a streak right here. But otherwise, not too bad. So final thoughts on this product now that I've done my foundation and my concealer using it is that it works, and it does a fairly decent job for being $1. So if you're looking for a very cheap and affordable beauty blender, definitely give this one a try. Check him out. Like I said, he's at the local Dollar Tree for $1. He definitely works. Keep in mind, he's not going to do really well for the blotting method, though there's a possibility that the more you use it, the softer it may become and the easier it may be to blend or blot with it. Like pushing it into your skin, you may have an easier time with it the more used it gets. Just keep in mind that when you first get it, it's going to be it's going to tug a bit more than a regular beauty blender will. So, I mean, it works. You can't knock it if it works, seriously. Not the softest that it could be, and it definitely pulls the skin. Those are the two negatives, but it works. So, as far as affordability, I mean, this one's $1. This one came in a kit for like 20 bucks, I think, where I got like 3 of these. This is, I don't even remember what brand this guy is. But the review's on him, and he works. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave any comments down below. Have you guys tried out the Dollar Tree Beauty Blender? Have you used him yet? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. Again, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.